Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today, we got a cat for everywhere. My cat sheds like crazy. Anyway, so today we are talking about $10... Dude, there's literally hair flying everywhere. I knew that was a bad idea for the intro. Now I'm going to be distracted with cat hair flying everywhere. Anyway, so today we are talking about $10 a gallon gas, which in my opinion, I think it's going to be coming soon in the next 24 months. I watched a video, of course, by my favorite YouTuber, Patrick Bet David, which explained in absolute serious detail why he thinks it's going to be happening. And of course, with things like the Biden administration wanting to go like full green and like all this stuff, we're going to talk about why I think it's probably going to happen. And if it doesn't get to $10 a gallon, it's going to get pretty damn high in the next 24 months. So we're going to talk about what you should be doing, especially as people who basically rely on like gas prices and stuff for a living, which I think most of my audience does because we all do delivery driving. Freaking hair, man. We're going to talk about what we can do and like all that yada yada. So anyways, first of all, if you guys haven't yet, make sure that you subscribe down below and also smash that like button. Help out my page just a little bit and help me guide through that YouTube algorithm, maybe get some more views if you like this channel. And also, one more thing, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you smash that PAR link, download PAR for tip transparency if you are a delivery driver and you want to see the full payout before you accept the order, click on that link down below. Also, if you guys haven't yet signed up for Doordash, I do have an affiliate link down below, so you can click on that, sign up, and start making some extra cash. All right, so let's talk about $10 a gallon, basically. So I'm going to be reading off my phone because I wrote down a lot of notes, and I got from a bunch of different resources, all these different reasons why I think it's also going to go up to $10 a gallon. So, first of all, one thing that Biden administration is going to be doing is going to be implementing higher taxes on gas. Higher taxes on gas. And that is basically to kind of slowly push people towards buying electric cars. And like you've probably already noticed, a lot of places like California already give you like a tax reimbursement for, maybe it's not a reimbursement, but a tax cut for basically having an electric vehicle. So as someone who had a Tesla, not gonna lie, I think gas cars are a little silly after having a Tesla. Like, the Tesla was just so much damn smarter than like my Ford Explorer, which they basically costed the same, but the Tesla was like significantly smarter. So anyways, other things like lobbyists and stuff are going to influence car manufacturers to basically start to move towards electric. And some very interesting things that I found out is GM, Ford, Mercedes, Honda, Mazda will be starting to make significantly more EVs over the next few years. Nissan plans to make 8 EVs in the next year. Land Rover promises that in 2024, all of their vehicles will be full EV, electric vehicles. Audi wants to make 30 new EV car models by 2025, and Ford just invested $29 billion into electric vehicle technology. Now that makes you think like, wow, looks like we're probably going to be moving towards electric vehicles. Another fun fact is in 2030, the UK is expected to make a ban on gas and diesel vehicles, meaning you cannot sell them anymore. So of course, all the car manufacturers are going to start moving towards the only chance they have at continuing to sell cars, and that is moving towards electric vehicles. Now let's look at some very random and very important statistics, I think. So the cheapest gas in the world, guess it. Where do you think the cheapest gas in the world is? Venezuela. Venezuela, it is only 7 cents per gallon, which is crazy, but they produce all of their own gas and stuff, so of course it's going to be super cheap there. There's no import, export, any of that stuff going on. The most expensive is $9. Where do you think that is? Hong Kong. Hong Kong's the most expensive. In the UK, where they're expected to ban gas and sales and stuff, gas vehicle sales, it's expected to go to $6.95, or it is $6.95 right now per gallon. That's when you translate dollars and everything, comes out to about $6.95 per gallon. That's pretty damn expensive. So when you also look at the highest, like most best green rated countries, some countries come up like Denmark. Denmark has the highest rating for green vehicles. Also has one of the most expensive gas prices at just over $7 per gallon. Second is Luxembourg, second greenest country, also $7 a gallon. Switzerland, France, Austria, also the next greenest places, also the next highest prices. So when you look at the correlation between like most greenest countries, which I believe is where the United States is trying to go, gas prices just generally go up. They just generally go up. And there's a few different ways that the government can do that. And one of the things that they can do is they can either add a sin tax, which they add on, like, for example, sugar, what else? Porn. They also have sin taxes on porn, alcohol. So these kind of products have higher taxes because they generally aren't very good for society. Another one is like gambling. There's really high sin taxes on that. Or what the government can do, which it seems like what they're doing is incentivize people and basically try to promote it. So it's either they're going to give you the pain or they're going to give you the pleasure. And the pleasure is going to be like write-offs and stuff for owning EV vehicles, which they already kind of do, especially in places like California. Another very fun fact, USA uses 20% of all oil in the entire world. More than places like China and India, which have 5 times as many people as us. That's very interesting to me. In 2019, we actually finally became oil independent. Basically, we were producing more oil than we were using. But we all know what happened with that recently, and if you look at what the Biden administration's been doing, it's definitely been going the opposite direction. So that's why gas prices have been going up through the roof, basically. So, anyways, it's not going to be like subtle, like where it's not going to just be like all of a sudden gas prices shoot to the moon. It's going to be very gradual, I believe. And I think it's going to take over the next 24 months or so. So what can you do, especially if you are a delivery driver? What should you be doing? Personally, right now, of course, I always say this, but you should be diversifying your funds. Try to make the most out of delivery driving. Kind of create the 4-hour work week like what I did. Rather than just driving around and making money, what can you do while you are driving around to make extra money? That's very important because you're an independent contractor. You can do whatever the heck you want while you're driving around. Man, I still got cat fur on my hat. You can do whatever you want while you're driving around. You don't have to be just sitting there driving in a straight line. I'm sure DoorDash would love you to be just driving in a straight line straight there. But you can also do things like I was doing, like filming, making YouTube videos, or working on one of your businesses. Maybe you haven't started a business yet, but I would highly recommend at least learning how business goes. Maybe it's starting a clothing line. Maybe you have a YouTube channel. You want to start like a merch line or something like that. Try to figure out something where you can make extra money while driving around. Of course, that's going to help. Second thing is, I probably wouldn't make any new vehicle purchases in the next couple years, especially if you're purchasing a gas car. If you're purchasing an electric car, it's probably a smart move. And I've been like going back and forth on like whether I want to like get rid of my car right now or just suffer a little bit and see these gas prices. Because I drive a Ford Explorer. It does not get good gas mileage. It's around 18 miles per gallon. Not good gas mileage. So for me driving around, it's more expensive, and I got to be way more selective, especially when I'm like picking out delivery orders to order or to deliver and stuff. So I have to be way more selective on that kind of stuff. And I've been going back and forth like, do I want to get like a cheap vehicle to drive around? Probably what I'm going to do is just try to really limit the delivery driving that I do over the next couple of years. And because I have to have something that tows a really expensive and heavy stage around all over the country. Like, for example, after this, I'm going back to Las Vegas, then I'm going to San Jose, then to Tahoe, then to Florida, then to New Jersey, then to Chicago. And I got to tow a really, really heavy stage around, which weighs around like 4,000 pounds or so. So I absolutely need a vehicle that can tow. And of course, there's no good EV vehicles for me that I can use to tow, basically. There's like the Tesla Model Y is basically shit when it comes to towing. I heard it gets like 1/3 of the miles that you're supposed to get or less. So that's kind of out the window. Like, I had a Tesla before. It already gets around half the miles that you think it's going to when you're driving on the freeway. So, for example, it's about 300 miles from Vegas to LA. No, it's a little bit less. It's like 280 or so. And I would have to stop 3 times, even though my car was supposed to get 280 miles on a charge. I would still have to stop 3 times to charge it. So when you're towing, it's not going to be as great. So hopefully in the next 2 years, there's going to be this weird like merge of like all the car companies and start making electric ones. I personally would love a Ford Explorer electric, but that's not even in the works yet. So hopefully that'll be coming out soon. But I'm saving and waiting for that Tesla truck. I already put down my deposit. It was only $100, so I mean, who knows when that car is actually going to come out, but hopefully it comes out soon. So hopefully you guys can take some information from this video, and if you were planning on getting a gas vehicle, I'm not going to say it's a bad idea, but I would definitely suggest getting, especially if you are driving a car around like for delivery, you want to get a car that's probably around $5,000 to $10,000, so that way it's not going to devalue too much, and you're not going to lose a lot of money on the devaluation of your car. Like me, I drove around a lot during the quarantine, like because I didn't have like my sources of money just disappeared, which is why I'm so on it about you guys diversifying your incomes, because I had all my eggs in the show basket, and all of a sudden live shows just disappeared, and I was like, uh-oh. Well, it's a good thing I can DoorDash, and I guess I have this YouTube channel that is making a couple $100 a month, so I put all of them into YouTube and my footwear company. That was where I kind of diversified a little bit. Thank God we can do shows again. But yeah, so I had to drive around my Ford Explorer that I had just bought to drive around the country and do all these stunt shows. And all of a sudden now I'm driving around doing DoorDash because I didn't expect to all of a sudden have to do full-time delivery driving. So that's why I'm such a big advocate of not driving around in an expensive car unless it's completely on the way. Hence why I do casual dashing, where you are driving from point A to point B anyways, you're already going there, and then trying to get an order that's on the way. That way you don't add any dead miles to your car. It's not COVID, I swear. Anyway, so hopefully you guys took some information from this video. If you did, please smash that thumbs up, or if you didn't, just smash that thumbs up anyways, just because you like me and my channel, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe. Also, check out my footwear company. We got a crazy sale going right now for the next 2 days, and that is a 60% off. So if you guys want to buy some of my footwear company's shoes, use the discount code TannersYouTube. It's basically only for the next day. So when you see this video, hopefully you go and get a pair of shoes. Otherwise, it's going back down to 30%. So basically double your coupon code and get 60, I think it's at 63% off. So your shoes will be about $40, and who doesn't want a $40 pair of shoes? They're great shoes. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next one. Go to offaccessathletics.com and get yourself some shoes. Peace, guys.